His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa received a cable of congratulations from the first Deputy Chairman of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports, President of the General Sports Authority and President of the Bahrain Olympic Committee, His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa, on Bahrain's achievement at the 4th GCC Games, which recently concluded in Qatar. His Highness congratulated His Majesty on Bahrain's achievement of 63 medals, including 25 gold, 22 silver and 16 bronze, marking the kingdom's highest gold medal tally in the history of its participation in GCC Games. His Highness attributed the achievement to the continued royal support for Bahrain's sports sector, which has enabled Bahraini athletes to achieve distinguished results at Gulf, regional and international competitions. He said that the result reflects the progress of Bahraini sport under His Majesty's vision to empower youth and athletes, as well as the efforts of players, technical and administrative teams, the BOC and sports federations. His Majesty the King replied with a cable of thanks to His Highness, commending Bahrain's athletes for their performance and determination throughout the competition. He lauded the efforts of the representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Work and Youth Affairs, Chairman of the SCYS, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, and His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa in supporting Bahraini sports, which has contributed to continued distinguished sporting achievements. His Majesty commended Qatar's organization of these GCC Games, which reflected its capabilities in hosting major sporting events, and wished Bahraini athletes success in upcoming competitions. The General Command of the Bahrain Defence Force announced that all its services and units are at the highest levels of readiness and full defensive preparedness. The BDF expressed pride in the advanced combat readiness and high vigilance demonstrated by its personnel in carrying out their national duties to defend Bahrain and safeguard its achievements. It urged the public to be cautious from any unfamiliar or suspicious objects resulting from attacks and to avoid approaching or handling them. The General Command said personnel of the Royal Field Engineering Unit remain fully prepared to safely deal with such objects, ensuring everyone's safety.
إن الأداء المشرف الذي يسطره رجال قوى الدفاع البحرين يبعث على طمأنينة وثقة راسخة بأن سماء ومياه وأراضي مملكة البحرين مصونة بعون الله. إن ينصركم الله فلا غالب لكم.
The GCC and the UK have concluded negotiations on a free trade agreement aimed at expanding trade and investment cooperation between them. The FTA is expected to support economic growth, create broader investment opportunities and strengthen economic integration amid rapid global economic changes. The move comes during Bahrain's presidency of the 46th session of the GCC, reflecting continued Gulf efforts to build strategic international partnership and advance economic cooperation. The Ministry of Housing and Urban Planning participated in specialized sessions during the 13th World Urban Forum in Baku, that's in Azerbaijan, to review Bahrain's housing and urban planning programs. The ministry gave a presentation on the Government Land Development Program during a session organized by the GCC General Secretariat, where it outlined the program's mechanisms and its role in strengthening partnership with the private sector to accelerate the provision of housing through the development of government-owned land. The ministry noted the launch of 7 projects aimed at providing more than 4,000 units between 24 and 27. During another panel discussion entitled Innovating the Housing Market, The ministry addressed Bahrain's efforts to integrate urban planning with sustainable financing solutions, reviewing the role of urban planning in aligning land uses with the actual needs of the property market, thereby supporting the development of cities that are more sustainable and inclusive. The leading national platform Startup Bahrain, with the support of the Temkeen Labour Fund and the Small and Medium Enterprises Development Board, hosted the 25th edition of the Startup Bahrain Pitch Day event. The event aims at encouraging Bahraini youth to innovate and fostering an entrepreneurial environment in the kingdom. The judging panel comprised of a select group of experts and investors in this sector. The panel evaluated the projects and announced the winning companies. WSSL came first, while Dilmun Cloud came second. This support from Temkeen is in line with its strategic priorities for 26, which focus on supporting initiatives with high economic impact, enhancing the competitiveness of the private sector and aligning skills with labour market needs, alongside adopting an innovating approach to stimulate the expansion of startups, thereby contributing to the achievement of sustainable economic development in Bahrain. In a statement to PBS News, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio praised Bahrain's leadership in spearheading a broad international initiatives at the UN regarding the protection of international navigation in the Strait of Hormuz. He said that Bahrain's draft resolution enjoys unprecedented international support, which set a new historic record, with the number of supporting countries reaching 138, that's surpassing the previous record of 136 countries, also set by Bahrain. This move reflects Bahrain's advanced international standing and its pivotal role in enhancing maritime security and protecting freedom of international navigation.
We've always said a tolling system in the Straits would be unacceptable, but we don't just say that, the world has said that. We have a resolution right now in the United Nations. We're trying to take it to the Security Council. It's sponsored by Bahrain. It has over 100-something, the highest number of co-sponsors in the history of the Security Council have signed on to our resolution. We were in China last week. We mentioned this about the tolling. They're against it. No one in the world is in favor of a tolling system. It can't happen. It would be unacceptable. It would make a diplomatic deal unfeasible if they were to continue to pursue that. So it's a threat to the world if they were to try to do that. And it's completely illegal, by the way.
International news now. And UAE Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of Foreign Affairs, His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Zayed Al Nahyan, met with the Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Foreign Trade, Development Cooperation and Humanitarian Affairs of Luxembourg, Xavier Bettel. They discussed ways to strengthen bilateral relations. The two sides discussed the latest regional developments and witnessed the signing of a cooperation agreement between the two countries on mutual legal assistance in criminal matters. The UAE has welcomed the resolution adopted by the International Maritime Organization's Maritime Safety Committee during its 111th session, which was tabled by the UAE and received the joint support and sponsorship of a large number of member states, with a view to promoting the safety of navigation in the Arabian Gulf. The UAE said that the international community has once again clearly expressed its rejection of Iran's unlawful actions and their serious consequences on the safety of maritime navigation and the security of seafarers. Through the resolution, member states expressed their grave concern over Iran's use of drones, missiles and sea mines in the Strait of Hormuz and its surrounding waters, and the serious threat this poses to the safety of navigation and seafarers, as Iranian attacks have resulted in the death of at least 11 of them. The Saudi Minister of Foreign Affairs, Prince Faisal bin Farhan bin Abdullah, received a phone call from Qatar's Prime Minister, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdurrahman bin Jassim Al Thani. The two sides discussed the latest developments in the region and efforts to maintain security and stability. Now, data released by the GCC Statistical Center showed that GCC economies recorded positive and balanced performance during the third quarter of 25. The center noted that the non-oil sector drove balanced growth as the structural shift towards diversifying sources of income continued. The non-oil sector strengthening position is supported by economic diversification policies and the expansion of the production and services base. Data from the center showed that the GCC's GDP reached about $595.8 billion during the third quarter of 2025, achieving an annual growth of 2.2%, while GDP at constant prices recorded real growth of 5.2%. That's a clear indication of the expansion of actual economic activity. The data also showed that the non-oil sector now accounts for 78% of nominal GDP, compared with 22% for the oil sector, reflecting the GCC state's success in reducing their relative dependence on oil and strengthening the contribution of the manufacturing and services sectors.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك.
Well, the final groups of Bahraini pilgrims have departed for Mecca to perform this year's Hajj amid widespread praise for the integrated services accompanying them throughout their journey. The departures come as the Ministry of Justice, Islamic Affairs and Waqf continues its efforts to ensure the safety and comfort of pilgrims through comprehensive organizational, medical, guidance and logistical services designed to facilitate smooth travel procedures from departure until their return to Bahrain. The advisor to the custodian of the two holy mosques, Emir of Mecca and chairman of the Permanent Committee for Hajj and Umrah, Prince Khalid bin Abdulaziz, reviewed the outcome of the committee's meetings and the operational plans of relevant entities for this Hajj season. Prince Khalid bin Abdulaziz listened to a briefing on inspection tours conducted at the holy sites and vital locations to ensure readiness for serving pilgrims during this Hajj. He reviewed performance indicators for participating entities and efforts to strengthen coordination across all stages of the pilgrim's journey to ensure efficient services and care from arrival until departure. Now, the Ministry of Interior held a press conference for the leadership of the Hajj security forces at the Unified Security Operations Center 911 in Mecca to review security, traffic and organizational plans for this year's Hajj, as well as the relevant instructions. The Saudi Ministry of Interior highlighted the material and human resources mobilized by Saudi Arabia and said that one of the top priorities of the Hajj security forces is to maintain the security and safety of pilgrims while they perform their rituals at holy sites, in addition to organizing and monitoring their departure after they have completed their rituals by utilizing resources at all entry points.